Hey guys, welcome back to Sultry Makeup. Today I'm doing my updated foundation routine. So let's go ahead and get started. I already have clean, moisturized skin. I also have my eye cream on and some lip balm on. So I definitely recommend putting on your lip balm at this point before you start any of your makeup. That way when you get to your lips, they'll be nice and hydrated and smooth, and you won't have to deal with, dry, cracked lips as much. So I already applied my face primer, and today I used the Makeup Forever Step 1 Mattifying Primer, and I put this all over my skin. And then in the T-zone, I put a little bit of the Smoothing Primer, so to kind of help conceal some of my pores and such. So that's that. And then these are two of the Radiant primers that I have. I have a yellow and the peach, and they're supposed to be, the yellow is supposed to be a little bit more brightening for the skin, and the peach is supposed to counteract any kind of like grayness in the skin, which I do tend to get a little bit like around my mouth. Sometimes I wear one or the other, sometimes I mix them, but today I'm just going to go ahead and do the peach because I do have a little bit more of a tan. So I'm just going to take a little bit of this and put it all over my skin. And all of the Makeup Forever primers that I'm showing you today, they all do have a scent. They all have like a very, somewhat heavy fragrance. So if you are someone who is sensitive to fragrance in your, in your skin products, then you might not like this. It has kind of like a very perfumey scent. That's, the only way I can describe it to you. I personally really like it. I think it smells really good. But again, if you do want to try these primers out, I would suggest, getting a sample if you have a Sephora close by or a Makeup Forever boutique close by. Okay, so that's nice and blended in. And then for my foundation, I'm still using my MAC Studio Fix Fluid. It's one of my all-time favorite foundations. To be honest, this is like one of the only MAC foundations that I will wear. I do have a couple others like MAC Face and Body and the Full Coverage Foundation, but this is definitely my favorite. I've been using, this formula for many, many years, and I'm really happy with it. So the color that I'm using right now is NC40. I go between NC35, NC37, and NC40. NC35 is more of like in the winter time when I'm at my palest, and then warming up to summer, I usually do the NC37, and then during summertime I'm definitely NC40. So today I'm just gonna go ahead and use the NC40, and I'm just gonna put this on my little palette here, putting a couple of squirts of this. Now I don't always do my foundation before I do my eyebrows and stuff. It just really depends on the look that I'm doing or how I'm feeling that day. So today I just figured I would do my skin first. So I'm just taking my MAC 130 brush, and I'm just putting this all over, kind of in a stippling motion. And I don't always use all of the foundation that I squirt out, and whatever I don't squirt out, whatever I don't use, I usually just put it back in the bottle. So just like that. And then I'm just going to go ahead and using light circular motions, just going to blend this in. So yeah, NC40 is definitely a good color for me right now because I'm very tan. I went to the beach today, which is why my arms are super red. I made the huge mistake of not putting on any sunblock. I did put some on my face because that's definitely one thing that I, one part of my body that I don't want to get darker. But I should have put some on my arms and my back, and now I have this really weird like M tan on my back. TMI, but there it is. I was wearing a dress and I got a tan. So yeah. You're wondering why I look so like pink or red, it's because I went to the beach. It was fun. It was worth it. because I have just weird tans all over my body. So I usually wear jeans and flats, so my feet have like a really weird tan. If you know me in real life, you know what I'm talking about. Okay, so that's pretty good. I have a mirror like next to, you know, my phone here that I'm filming with. So if you see me looking this way, that's why. So I really like the coverage on this foundation. I rarely go in with 2 layers. Like if I'm having a bad skin day, which today is so, I do have a couple breakouts. But if I'm having a bad skin day, I'll just go over that one spot. I don't like put the foundation all over my skin. Okay, so that's that. Then I'm gonna do all of my under eye correcting and concealing. And my oldie but goodie is the MAC Prep+Prime Bright Forecast Highlighter Pen. So technically this is a highlighting pen, but I like to use it under my eyes because it's very lightweight, it's very blendable, and it just has kind of like a sheer tint of color. So it's not going to be super opaque under the eyes, which is fine with me. I mean, I don't want anything too heavy under my eyes because I do have to go in with concealer as well. So, you know, the heavier, thicker, creamy products that you have under your eyes, the more likely it is to crease. So now that we're looking nice and crazy under the eyes, so I'm just doing kind of like a triangle shape. I'm not literally drawing in a triangle under my eyes. I just kind of, you know, fan out the product like that. And then with my MAC 224, I'm just blending it in. So I do blend it down my cheek. And then over here, all the way. Okay, so my camera cut off as I was blending out my MAC Bright Forecast under my eyes. So now I'm going to go in with concealer. Now there's 2 concealers that I will usually use for more of like a heavier made up look. So I will either use my MAC Pro Longwear Concealer in NW20, and this is quite light, and it's slightly like on the pink side, but on me it doesn't look super pink or anything. I do like this. I will wear this most of the time, but when I want to switch it up, and like my new favorite concealer is the NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer. I think I mentioned this to you guys in a recent haul when I got it. So I really like this. It's a little bit more yellow, so it's different. They're, you know, they brighten, but they have like different undertones. So today I'm going to be using the NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer. So just go in straight with the wand. And again, I'm doing that same kind of triangle shape under my eyes like I did with the Bright Forecast from MAC. Just kind of patting it across my cheekbone too. And then I also take a little bit just kind of down my nose, a little bit here in the forehead, my lip, my upper lip, and a little bit on my chin. So I don't really consider like myself highlighting with the concealer, like not like super like gnarly heavy duty, you know, but I just put a little bit there to add some dimension to the face. That way we don't just have lightness under the eyes and it's not really balanced by anything else. So again, I'm just going in with the same 224 brush and then just blending this really well across the cheekbone, up the temple a little bit, and again, you don't want to forget that inner corner. So just like that. You can always touch up the nose a little bit if you need. And then just to make sure that everything is blended really well, I will go back in with my foundation brush and just kind of go over the edges. I won't go in over the concealer, just kind of over the edges to make sure there aren't any like harsh lines or anything. So just like that. And before we set the under eye area, I like to go in with my finger and then just smooth everything out under the eyes. Tools, you know, like sponges and brushes, they're all awesome tools, but your fingers are even better tools because they really get in there, and the warmth of your fingers help really like melt product. I don't really like to, you know, blend my concealer with my hands. I just go under, you know, just right under my eyes with that. Okay, then taking my MAC 165, this is a limited edition brush, but I believe Sigma makes a similar shape if you're interested. And then I will set my under eye area with my MAC Pro Emphasize powder, and this looks like a white powder. It's more like an off-white. So just swipe my brush in there, tap it off a little bit, and then I just kind of pat it under my eyes. I pat first and then I blend. And this is one of my favorite under eye setting powders now. This is pretty much what I wear all the time. Sometimes I will switch it up and go back to my Guerlain Meteorites, which I did review a while back for you guys. If you're interested in watching that, I will put a link to that in the description box below. And then I just kind of go over the areas I highlighted with the concealer, just to maintain some of that brightness. I'm not using this all over my skin. It's literally just the areas where I highlighted. Then I'll go in with my just regular face powder, and right now I'm kind of in between shades. Usually I'm using the MAC medium golden powder, and then I've been mixing it with the medium tan because again I am a little bit more tan right now. So I'm going to go in with the medium tan, and I'm using just a big fluffy brush. This is the new MAC 135. I absolutely love this brush. It applies just the right amount of powder, and it's just amazing. So I will go over my entire face, even the areas where I use that lighter Emphasize powder, but I'm still avoiding the under eye area because I don't want that area to be dark. So let's go all over like this. And then I will take a little bit of the medium golden and kind of get a little bit closer to the under eye area. Just kind of, you know, encircling the under eye area. And then usually what I use to like contour or add some more dimension to my face is the MAC Pro Shadester powder. And this is one of their sculpting powders. And this is the shape powder if you were interested. These are available online at Mac Pro or at Mac Pro stores. And then my favorite brush to use this powder with is the MAC 116. Now technically this is a blush brush, but because it is kind of like pinched and it comes to kind of like a, you know, more firm shape there, I really like to use that. So I'm just kind of buffing this under the cheekbone. You can go as light or as dark with your, you know, contour as you like. I find that this is a really good color for me. It's not too cool, but it's not too warm. It's kind of like a happy medium. So you can make the fishy face if you want, if that helps you. I don't really need to do that anymore because I already know where I like to place this. And then just with the excess powder, I will go around the perimeter of the face and under the jawline. And then just going back in just with the tip of the brush, I'll dip it in a little bit and just do a couple quick sweeps next to my nose, kind of like from my eyebrow down to my nose, and whatever's left is here on the tip. So I find that this gives me the most dimensional look. This is, you know, usually what I've been doing. I'm really happy with, you know, the routine that I have down. I can do my face really quick nowadays. And yeah. So if you guys have any questions about the products that I used, my under eye area looks super light on camera, but I promise you that in real life, it's not that bright. It's just, it catches the light really well. So that's why my under eye area looks super dark, super light, but it's really not. So if you're thinking this lady is looking crazy, it's not. So that's it for today. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you have any questions or if you want me to do any tutorials or whatever you want me to do, make sure to leave it in the comments below. Thank you so much for watching and subscribing if you have. Thanks.